one more hour couldn't hurt. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 addictive video games. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at another set of video games that once you start playing, you just can't stop. If you're wondering why one of your favorites didn't make the cut, be sure to check out our original list on this topic. Number 10, StarCraft series.
Our allies' base is threatened. Our forces are under attack.
Despite the sci-fi genre being rather saturated as of late, this series stands above the rest as both a real-time strategy game as well as an excellent example of a compelling spacefaring narrative. But then again, this is Blizzard Entertainment. What else would you expect? Whether you're enthralled by the story of humanity's fight against the insectoid threat of the Zerg, or just a die-hard fan of its outstanding online multiplayer that has even spawned several world championships still going to this day, time has done little to diminish this game's staying power. And after all, it did give us the awesomeness that is Sarah Kerrigan.
For I am the Queen of Blades.
Number 9, Guitar Hero series. Very few of us will ever actually reach the legendary status of Rockstar, but thanks to this franchise, we all felt like we were gods on the guitar from the comfort of our own living rooms. With nothing but a plastic guitar, hundreds of classic rock tracks to choose from, and endless determination, players were given a chance to rock out in such a way that other music-related games have yet to match, with maybe the exception of Rock Band. Of course, you have to pace yourself. You might think you're just going for a casual strum, but the next thing you know, you're spending days on end trying to best through the fire and the flames on expert mode. Number 8, Overwatch.
We are courage.
We are justice.
Blizzard strikes again, and this time they created a modern phenomenon that not only was critically adored, but has legions of fans all over the world dying for a chance at another match. Despite lacking any kind of single-player story mode, the sheer scope and success of its multiplayer stands as a testament at how, by just getting one thing oh so right, makes up for everything else. Especially when it comes complete with a colorful cast of characters, right? Whether you're forever sticking to the idea that Mei is Bae, or are well versed with all of the heroes, this game proved that you never really can have too much of a good thing.
The world needs us now, more than ever. Are you with me?
Number 7, Super Smash Bros. Melee. While its later sequels are no strangers to success, this particular entry in Nintendo's mass collaboration of their greatest hits was so packed with content that any fan of Mario, Zelda, Metroid, and the rest could easily lose themselves in it. Single-player mode gave us a series of heated battles as well as a truly epic final boss in the form of Master Hand, not to mention a series of increasingly difficult challenges to overcome. All the while, the multiplayer mode truly took advantage of 4-player free-for-all, undoubtedly offering countless hours of fast-paced fighting and knocking out many friendships in the process. Number 6, RuneScape. Anyone remember this little gem? Sure, it might not be the MMORPG on everyone's lips these days, but it still has a dedicated fan base, largely due to its initial appeal of crafting, exploring, and combat. With several fantastical regions, each containing a whole variety of challenges to overcome, as well as gameplay and graphics that have been subject to constant updates and expansions for over a decade now, its core audience has managed to still flourish. It may be a classic in its approach, but there's no denying its popularity or its wide-reaching appeal.
I knew there was something different about you.
Number 5, Dota 2.
Keep murdering. Your bones will make fine powder.
Much like Blizzard, Valve knows a little something when it comes to making excellent games, and when they're not filled with rich storytelling, chances are Valve is making something that's going to become an esports sensation. Cultivating an intense following, Dota's fast-paced 5-on-5 MOBA mechanics have dominated the genre, and along with a huge roster of characters for any newcomer to find their groove, it's showing no signs of losing its fanbase. After all, once you've taken down the opposition's ancient, you're gonna have a hankering to throw yourself into the next match as soon as possible. Number 4, Rocket League. What's 1,000 times more awesome than your average soccer game? Adding race cars with built-in rockets, duh! This relatively simple premise was so effective that it practically exploded, providing an outlet for gamers to play against their friends in vast online tournaments and test out their mad skills with customizable vehicles in several stunting arenas. Even if you hate sports games and driving games, once you start scoring goals with awesome trick shots, one game will not be enough, no matter how many times you might be tempted to rage quit. Number 3, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. There's nothing quite like arming yourself with a ridiculously large weapon in order to take out an even more ridiculously large beast and claim their hide to build an even bigger ridiculously large weapon, and so on and so forth. Taking this tried and tested formula of its predecessors and making full use of the 3DS, this edition in the Monster Hunter franchise not only gave us the always essential online multiplayer feature, but also a greater emphasis on storytelling and exploration. Of course, the real treat comes from the creatures you have to face. Just one hunt probably isn't gonna cut it. Number 2, Grand Theft Auto Online. You've undoubtedly poured countless hours into the main story and side activities in GTA 5. Maybe on some small level you think you've completed everything? Well, toss that out the window, kiddo, as the game's online mode has so much more to offer. As a fully customizable original character, you'll have the opportunity to explore a persistent open-world version of Los Santos and cause as much chaos with other players as you see fit. Whether it's engaging others in massive firefights on land, sea, or sky, taking on contract missions, or just going for a leisurely drive, the continuously added content has ensured that even after you've said goodbye to Trevor and company, your fun is only just beginning.
We have loot!
Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Tetris. This icon of gaming might be basic in its mechanics and singular in its content, but be honest, after those bricks start falling, could you resist seeing it through to the end? Even after over 30 years, Tetris still has all the makings of a truly addictive game if you've ever gotten tired of modern gaming's complexities and just fancy testing your wits in this very basic tile-matching puzzler. It paved the way for all other hits of the genre and still manages to stand its ground in the wake of numerous reimaginings and copycats. Talk about timeless and addictive. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.